The only thing you ever really want, man, is to face reality. Facing reality is the same thing as facing yourself. It's the same thing as facing the truth. If I ever say, face the truth, face reality, face yourself, understand these are all the same thing. When you face yourself, you will feel better about everything. I see this literally every day. One of the ways that is just a surefire, reliable way to face truth and then subsequently feel better about everything is honest, eye-to-eye, heart-to-heart conversations. It is where you speak to someone and you look them in the eye and you are silent with them and you do not BS. So it's being real. You're facing yourself in them and they get the opportunity to face themselves in you. And the reason this is because when two conscious people come together and have a real conversation, you can't hide. The ego has nowhere to go. You just got to face the truth. By which I mean, you got to face yourself. You're facing reality as you speak to them and as you sort of confront yourself. Because notice, man, you can have a conversation and as the deeper it goes, the more you realize, man, I can't BS here. I can't not be real here. I've got to face reality. I've got to face myself. I've got to face the truth. Every single time you do this and face the truth, you will feel better about yourself. You will feel better about everything. Because I'm serious, man, all you're ever looking to do is face the truth. Because truth is God. The implications of facing truth are a lot bigger and a lot more metaphysical and a lot more spiritual than it seems. People talk about avoiding reality, like, just being on your phone all day, playing video games all day, eating a bunch of junk food all day. Avoiding reality. When you have one of these paradigm shifts and you realize that everything is metaphysical and that everything is God, you realize that all you're doing is you're avoiding reality. You're avoiding literally the universe by stuff, with stuff. You're sort of using figments of the universe like a phone or, I don't know, a book. And you're not looking at reality directly. You're distracting yourself. And this, it feels off. It feels like a falsehood because it is a falsehood. Truth or reality is looking at God in God's eyes directly. It's looking at yourself in the mirror. It is looking at someone else directly. It is being in silence. You can face truth in a number of different ways, but let me tell you what it doesn't involve. It doesn't involve ego. Do you know why? Because when you're facing reality, you're literally facing the one thing that exists. You're facing the one thing that you're kind of like always trying to avoid, at least egoically. When you face that one thing, which is reality, which can be seen in another person, in their eyes, or in your own eyes in the mirror, or sitting in silence, or just being. When you do this, the biggest weight is lifted off your shoulders because finally you're facing yourself. Finally, you're facing reality, and now, finally, that ego and that game of hiding and that game of avoiding yourself is over. This is why when you have a deep conversation with someone and you look at them in the eye and you're there with them in that moment, afterwards, you feel so much better. Earlier, I was walking up a high street and it was in the morning time and I was a little bit like, kind of conscious but not really. And then I had a deep conversation with someone for about 2.5 hours. And afterwards, I walked down the same high street, but it wasn't the same high street. It was completely different because my perception had been completely altered because I'd faced the truth. I'd had a deep heart-to-heart conversation with someone, which meant that I had to face myself in that. And then when I went back to the high street, having sort of dissolved my ego, having dissolved my fear and anxiety and tension, I was walking like a free man. I just had no tension and no resistance in my being. I'd faced myself. I'd faced reality. And I'm telling you now, this is all you're ever looking to do. Face reality, and honestly, man, you will feel better about everything. Because this is the only thing you're really avoiding in life. You're avoiding yourself, you're avoiding truth, you're avoiding reality. Face it, face yourself, and you will genuinely feel more relaxed and so much better about everything. Final thing is this: if you want to face reality on a regular basis, I recommend you get coached. Now you can go out and you can try and find a good coach. Alternatively, I coach professionally. If you already resonate with me and you want to work with me one-to-one, you can check out the link in the description. That is my website. Otherwise, my friend, we're going to wrap things up there. Remember, this isn't going anywhere. All there is to do in life is to face truth, is to face reality. When you get conscious again, when you wake up again, you remember, I gotta face reality. I gotta face myself. I gotta face the truth. Okay, man, that's gonna be it for us. Good luck with everything. Take care, my friend. And as always, peace.